Hi, this is Tracey from Mindless Crafting, and today we're going to be making these adorable shaker cards using our new spring paper crafting kit. So let's get started. So what you get in the kit is a ton of spring themed cutaways, fussy cuts, butterflies, flowers to play with. You even have card toppers. And so if you look at this sheet here, I printed this out on 90-pound Nina White cardstock. And so that's what I use. This image right here, I used to get this frame. So that's the first thing we're going to need is to cut that out. Then we're going to take another image, something like this right here. I believe we're going to use this one right here. And I'm going to cut it in half. And that way you kind of save on your paper. There's a small strip over here to give it an illusion that it's covering the whole card. And then there's another small strip right here. Okay, and then we're going to take the little bumblebee, which comes in your kit. That bumblebee comes in your kit, so you'll get several of those. And the thankful, actually I used another stamp set. And there goes my dog, y'all. I used a stamp set, and I stamped thankful right inside of these. So you get a whole bunch of those as well, the little labels. So let me show you what that looks like. Here it is right here. You see that? That's all the labels that you get. And don't forget, you get access to the PDF, so you can print out as many as you want. You can also, if you have like your smaller labels, let me show you, like your little sticker sentiments and labels, you can use those as well to fit right inside of there. So these are actually small enough so that you can fit them right in there. So fun, or if you want to write in it, it's up to you. But the whole idea behind this kit was so that you can have fun and mix and match. Of course, you got flowers that you can cut out. So you can put a ton of beautiful cards together, and they come together really easily. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this aside. But one more thing, this right here, the shakers came from this. So you may have seen this in our Mindless Crafting store. So the shakers are not included with this. But if you have items that you can put into your shaker, then please go ahead and do that. I think it'll be really fun. And of course you'll need some acetate. So I'm going to show you how I size this acetate to fit into the shaker. Okay, so let's cut this out first because you're definitely going to need this. This is like the main focal point. So I'm going to show you, all I did was I just tried to cut as close to where the artwork is. And I'm trying to make this easy enough for you so that you'll, after I finish doing it, you'll say, oh my goodness, I want to make a ton of those. So we did record this, we actually did a live stream showing you how to do this, but I always like to make tutorials so that you don't have to watch the entire live stream to get to. Because sometimes we have so much fun on that live stream and we just we just keep going on and on. So this will just give you the straight tutorial. Okay, so now that you have that, all I did was I took my rounder to round the edges of this. Just around the edges, right? And so to get this right here, that cutout, all I did was use my fussy cut scissors. I just punctured it right here and just start cutting. And you might have an easier way that you like to do it. Yeah, use your way if you have another way to do it. But I don't mind doing this. I love fussy cutting. And I'm a pretty good cutter with my scissors. So all of these leaves and stuff, I just went ahead and cut around those. And if you don't get every leaf, that's okay. But you can print out a bunch of these and just keep cutting. So this was meant to be a card topper. So this also would be great to just, even if you didn't want to make a shaker, it's still beautiful. You can decorate the inside of it, that clear space. And you might hear some background noise. Family is here, and you know, it's just the way the household is, right? Nothing like having family with you. So I'm just going to cut straight on this. Right, so you see I didn't bring all of the artwork. So you don't have to be so precise, right? Don't be too hard on yourself. So that's what you get. And you see how that is? Right? Super easy. Okay, I'm going to use some of my mounting tape. This is the ones from Dollar Tree. This has been sitting in my drawer for so long, and I haven't been using it, so I need to use up some of this. However, in your kit, you're going to get some of this mounting tape. This is that other, you know, this is like my favorite. So in your spring kit, you will be getting a roll of this mounting tape. Okay, so now that you have this, you can resize your acetate, right? So you can take, this is all I do. I don't do anything fancy. All I do is I just kind of start cutting around it, just like this. So I'm giving it a little bit of leeway, not coming all the way up to the edge. And then if it doesn't fit, I just cut it down just a little bit more. You know, but if you feel like you need to take out a ruler and measure it, you can. I'm just sizing it up to see if it will fit, and it looks like it will. I'm just going to take a smidgen, just a smidgen off the side there. And that looks like it would just about fit perfectly. Looks like I need to take just a tiny bit off of here. Whatever a smidgen is, right? Don't want to cut too much off. Okay. So that's what I have so far. Okay, now for the watercolor paper, because you need a background on this, right? And I mean, if you want to go with just a plain white in that background, you can. Let me show you. Here's another one. So I've been trying to use up whatever I already cut into. You see how that has that watercolor background? I want that watercolor background to go in here too. But if you want it to be just a plain white, you can do that too. Okay, so let me put my acetate there. And maybe bring in, this would be pretty, to bring in that area there in the middle. If I want to bring in more of the yellow, I can line it up there, and I can kind of see already before I do it. Maybe I want to do this part right here. Ooh, I like that. But I think I kind of like that too, because it has a lot going on in there. That's pretty. And it brings in some of the purple slightly, doesn't it? And so does this part here. So I'm going to go with this area here. It brings in the blue with a little bit of purple as well. So here's what I did. Okay, nothing fancy to make that background. I just line it up and I cut. That's it. But if you have a different way that you like to do it, go ahead and do it that way. You know, that's just what makes us unique in our crafting. And sometimes you have an idea and I have an idea, and we share our ideas. And that's what I love about our crafting community. And these cards make me so happy. The colors are just so vibrant. And shaker cards to me are like my new favorite thing. Okay, So let me just cut around that. So that's what we have so far. So it's going to look like this once we put everything together. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting our stuff together. Okay, so here's the important part. Let's put that aside for a moment. You want to grab your acetate. And let's turn this over so we can fit this onto here. Yep, let me make sure I have it the right way. Just like that, right? And I'm making sure it's clean, so that's the other thing. You want to make sure it's clean. Then apply some glue right around the edge. I try not to go too close to the edge because then it will come out to here once you press the acetate on. And I'm just using my art glitter glue. But if you want, you can use your Aztec glue, or your what do you call this? The permanent tape, right? But to me, the liquid glue just gives me a little bit more control, and it'll dry fast. You just have to give it a moment, but it'll still dry fast. And you see how it's spreading? You see how it's spreading out? So I just want to make sure that I have all the sides. So you want to put your acetate on first. And I made the mistake of, I got so ahead of myself, I started putting this on first, didn't even put the acetate on first. So you want to put your acetate and then your mounting tape on. Okay, so you see how nice that looks. You already have your window now. Right? You want to make sure that it's clean. And many of you said for like non-static. I'm just going to use this anyway on here, but if you don't want this to be staticky and you want your shaker bits to be able to move about, you can use a cling-free sheet for anti-static. And it smells good too. It smells like spring. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is we want to start putting this on here. And I want to go as close to this as possible. I know we have these hanging down, those are the images, but I want to make sure I can get a pretty good square out of this and not come over into this white area right here. Let's see if you can see that, this area right here. So let me show you. I can tell you, but it's best what I can show you. Okay, so I'm coming over just a little bit because I'm going to take another one and go that way. And you may have seen this before. Some of you, let me know in the comments if you have ever tried a shaker card, because they are so fun. So I'm coming out just a little bit so that I can go in a square right around here. Just right there. And I like to record everything that I'm doing here so that you can get it in one shot. I know people like to speed up the videos, but when I'm doing a tutorial, something like this, where there's steps and I really want you to get it so you don't feel like, well, what did she do at this particular point? I just like to leave the whole part in there. And then you might be crafting along with me. Right? So if you're crafting along with me, I want you to kind of be able to pace yourself, right? And craft right along with me as if you were in the room with me. Okay? So we're going to go here and then we're going to go here and close this up. All right? So especially with this step right here. I think people become challenged with the shaker cards because they feel like there's this other step that they're just not getting. But if I do it slow enough for you, I think you'll be able to get it. And we may have another person or crafter that now loves to do shaker cards because I made it look easy enough, right? So that's my thing. Okay, so now I'm adding more tape here along this area. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want this to be fragile, like when I actually apply it on here. So when I apply it on here, I really want it to stand up. So I'm just going to get some close to the edge there. And don't worry about how this looks on the inside. Just get it down, right? Get it done. Because no one's going to see this part here, but they'll see the beauty. Excuse me, they'll see the beauty on the outside. Okay. We're almost all the way around. Almost. And here we go. And ooh, I almost finished up the my mounting tape, which is good because I haven't been using it and I have a bunch of it. I've been accumulating this from years ago, y'all. Okay, so now I'm going to take this again, my anti-static, my cling-free sheet, right? And I'm just going to go around here so that my shaker stuff can move about. Okay, so I want to see, make sure that looks clean in there. And it looks good so far. That's what we got, right? That's the beginning of the shaker. And so that's what it's going to look like when I put it on here. Okay, so let me go ahead and I usually just take a tweezer and I pull off all of this. So y'all gave me the idea of using a cling-free sheet, or I can use this anti-cling powder puff thing. I can never remember the name of it. Someone please put the name in the comments because I can never remember. So you want to do the anti-cling before you peel off the backing on here so that the stickiness doesn't come off. Okay. And with that PDF file in your kit, all you do is you open it up. The PDF file, as soon as you buy the kit, you get the PDF file delivered to your email. So just make sure, if you do order, make sure your email address is in there. So you can actually start working like right away on your kit, because you'll get 12 sheets. You'll get 12 sheets, which include not the shaker, but the watercolor paper, the fussy cut, ephemera, and labels. So there's 12 sheets of those. Okay, so I'm going to put enough in here. Just enough for it to lay flat, right? So this is the part where you have to decide whether you want to add another layer. Like, so if you have really thick shakers, you want to make sure you add another layer on here so they can actually shake. So you can add another layer of mounting tape on top of this. So just advising you on that. And let's see, I think on these I put a flower on the inside. But this one, we have a lot of color on the inside, so I don't think I need to put a flower in there. But on these, you notice I put a flower here and another one here. Now, what I could do is I could put a butterfly in here too before I tape everything down. So that's just another idea of something that you can do. But I'm going to save my butterflies for the outside. These are the two butterflies that I have. But don't forget, you have flowers. Look at this. You've got a ton of flowers that you can use. Look at this. Ton of flowers to choose from. So yeah, if you wanted to, when you get your PDF file, if you want to print out 5 or 6 sheets of this, you can do that. If you want to print out 100 sheets, you can do that too. So my eco tank has been working, okay? But initially, you will get 12 sheets with your order. So those will be shipped to you. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to put some kind of flower in there. So let's not put this on yet. Let's not put it on yet. Let's see. I feel like I still need a flower. So I'm gonna use that blue flower. I'm in love with that blue flower. So when I fussy cut, this is what I do. I just turn the paper, right? You notice I'm leaving the scissor the same way. And as I press in with the scissor, I turn the paper. I press with the scissor, line it up again. And this is just something I love doing. I love the fussy cut. It's like therapeutic to me. I don't know what it is. It's like, to me, it feels like I'm knitting or crocheting. I don't know. So I'm going to put this right here. And if I want, I can turn it this way to see if that's how I want it. But I think, let's see, I might want to put it on the pink so it really stands out. Okay, so let's move this over. And this is just me changing my mind midstream, right? Okay, so I'm going to put it in here because I want my frame is going to come around that area there. And then I got my little shaker bits. And now to apply this right on top of here. And if I happen to come slightly over, I can always just cut a little bit off. So now we got that down, and we got our shakers in there. Look at that, y'all. And so I see that blue is sticking out just a little bit. Okay, so that's what we got so far. And so you got your shaker part already done. So now let's go ahead and we need to get one of the flowers from here. Right, remember I was saying that I used one of the card toppers and cut it in half. That's basically what I did. So let me show you which one. You could probably use any of these actually. Let me go ahead and get this one right here. And if you want to put this in your paper trimmer, you can. I'm just going to go ahead and just cut. Get a straight cut there and cut it. I'm going to cut it right up here. I think I want more of the stem than anything else. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see how that lines up here. Oh, it lines up just about perfect, right? Okay, so I'm glad. I'm just gonna see it's a little bit crooked right there. So now I'm just gonna go straight across. And like I said, if you are not comfortable doing that, you can put it in your trimmer. So here's what I did was I took some. So this one is gonna go at the bottom, and this one will go at the top. And don't be too hard on yourself. If you want to distress the edges, you can. And I love the way this, we wanted the card toppers to be just enough to fit inside of an A2 card, A2 size card. Just enough. Okay. Got that there. And I'm just a tiny bit off, but you know what? It's okay. Whoever gets this card is going to love it. And then all I got to do now is just put this right here. So I'm going to add this on here and place this down right on top. Okay, and then all we have to do is add our sentiment and our butterflies. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you how I did my butterflies on here. So all I did was glue some, and I like to kind of look and see what it's going to look like before I really glue them down. So I've got that little bit of yellow there. Look how cute that looks already. Oh my goodness, y'all. Does that not look like springtime? And we haven't even added our bumblebee on there yet. And I already, of course, left my top off my glue for a little bit. I'm going to just put it right here. And I like to leave the wings just up slightly. And put one here. Maybe down here. Let's just put it right there. And it gives the card that dimension, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Then I took the word thankful. I've been stuck on this word all week because I truly am thankful. And I've just been stuck on that word, so I figured, let me use that word. It fits perfectly in here, right? And so that's how I make the little signs on here. Oh, and that didn't come out, but that's okay. I could always go back over that with my Micron pen. Look how gorgeous that is. And the writing is just perfect. And of course, I'm not stamping good. Let me show you what I do when that happens. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just take my Micron pen, right? And I just kind of go over this just a little bit. No one's going to say, oh, she used her Micron pen to fill in the words. Nobody's going to say that. They're going to love the card, though. And then thankful. Because I don't like to throw anything away. I don't know if y'all probably already know that about me. Okay. And so basically that's it, right? So now you just cut it out. And let's see which one would look really pretty. Let's pull in a little bit of, that looks pretty too. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use that one. That first one, I think will look really pretty. Let's look how easy. If you want to leave a little white border on this, you can. If you want to square it, you can. But I'm just going to cut all the way around here. Right? But you can, if you want, you can leave, you can just do this, right? But I am loving these watercolor labels. So much you can do with them. You can leave it like that. And so I'm going to put this right here, or I can put it down here. And this is where you'll get your mounting tape now. This is the one that you have in your kit. Okay, and then you'll take this, glue that down, and you'll get one of your bumblebees. These are adhesive bumblebees. You'll get 8 of them in your kit. So adorable. And they're sticky, but I just like to give it a little bit more of a stick, right? And I'm going to just put it, I could put it right here, or I could put it like over here. I'm going to put it on top of the purple flower. Just whatever you want, right? And then if you want, you're going to have dewdrops in your, see those? They look like little raindrops, right? You can put them on your project wherever you feel like you want. I'm going to just drop one in here. And these are adhesive too, but I just like to put that extra added, just that extra added glue on there. And you can put a bunch of these. Let's see, I have another card that I did use some of those dewdrops. Let's see, here's one. I used some here, here, and here. And they're clear, so you see right through them. Think of little water droplets. And basically that's it for the card. Let me know down in the comments if you think you'll give this a try, because I would love, if you give this a try, please post it in our Mindless Crafting Facebook group, because I would really love to see what you do with this. But look how gorgeous those look. And they don't take a lot of time. Just get the first one down. Just get the first one down, and then everything else will fall into place. All right, y'all. Y'all take care, and I'll see you on the next live or in the next tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We would love, love, love to have you as part of our crafty family. I'll see you real soon. Bye.